It is Christmas in July. Welcome everybody, my name is Agent Double Sonic, and in this video we are recreating another scene from Ed and Eddy's Christmas in July. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, thank you cameraman to my dad. Dad, I love you, thank you. Okay, let's go ahead, thank you. Let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing we gotta do is get our reference still from the Ed and Eddy episode of Christmas in July. And for those that are not aware which one that is, here is the amazing title card on your screen now, created by the great Kathy Bullock. And while I sketch it, I'll read the synopsis of the episode and then we'll get the painting started. Fa la la, Ed. It's the 25th episode of season 2 and the 51st episode of Ed, and Eddy. In this episode, Ed spreads holiday cheer at the height of summer after Christmas is mentioned to him. After a while, Eddy decides to get some cash from the kids by spreading the Christmas spirit around the cul-de-sac. Now, it was a bold choice to draft this up in pen instead of pencil. And why, you may ask? Was it for the ooh appeal, to make it look like I know what I'm doing? No. Was it because I didn't want to smudge the pencil work? No, but that is a good point. I actually wanted to create a dominant sketch that will last throughout the painting. And in this video, in the spirit of Christmas, in the season of giving, I wanted to give a shot at gouache paint. We have 60 colors of gouache colors from Arteza. Obviously, we're not going to use all 60 because this is a cell animated piece. They didn't have a lot of gradients and stuff like that. That's the iconic look. We're going to match it to the reference, see what we have, and use those colors in particular. While I sit here and do that tedious task, enjoy a small time lapse of me color matching. It shouldn't take too long. There's like, what, 8 colors in this entire piece? Well, we'll find out in like a few seconds. The best way I figured to match my colors was to literally just take the paint tube, match it against my reference image, and kind of just go from there. And once I went through and grabbed the colors that I thought would be the best or the closest, I grabbed my spare watercolor pad to test these gouache paints. Now, this is the very first time I've used them, and from all the art people I've watched and what I've heard about and what I've seen on YouTube, it's true. They worked as if watercolor and acrylic were a match made in heaven. They played well with the paper. They laid down and blended so well. And considering I would say I predominantly use acrylic in my painting arsenal, it was nice to see how they worked. The drying time was fantastic. I was able to keep on working and testing them out, and if I needed to refresh them or needed to work with that existing color, I just added some water and we were set. Alright, so we did our color comparison and we didn't go down to 8 colors. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 colors. Of course, that's just me testing on here. You already heard my verdict about how it felt, and you can see it for yourself. Look, like, if you look, doesn't that, maybe it's just me, doesn't this look like a Chuck Jones error? I like it. I like how the colors laid down. I liked how it felt as I worked with it. It has the hype behind it. So now it's time to put it into execution. It's time to get started on this. You've watched this much of the video. Now let's get to what you actually came here for. The materials I'll be using will be the Nik Pro detailing brushes I was gifted to by Brother Lady. Thank you again. And of course the Arteza gouache paints. The sketchbook that I'm using for this is the Canson XL Mixed Media 7x10 98-pound paperweight. I decided to work on the background first, that way I can get most of the area covered up as I can bring this piece to life even quicker. I wanted to also try and stick to one color at a time, that way once I'm done with it and I don't have to worry about going back to those other colors. That just seemed pretty awesome. Now, going from the lighting on the walls to the jackets, I won't lie, skepticism was beginning to creep in without the black outlines to define everything and make it look all clean, but you know what, I wanted to say that until the end, so I just had to keep pushing through. For the skin tones, I made Double D's a little bit lighter than Ed's by mixing, I believe it was peach, yellow, and white. Versus Ed's, I used peach, yellow, and a smidgen of a little bit of brown to give that tone, especially since they were in the closets with the lighting and everything like that. As I started working on my clothing, it's official. I am in love with gouache. The flexibility of the paints, the coverage of greens, and you all know how much I do not like painting with greens. Even that wasn't that bad. Now the last bit of scenery, so like the fruitcake D was holding the bits of fruits on the fruitcake to the pole for the jacket. It was time to take our penultimate trip to the past. We have done everything except for the black outlines and Double D's hat, so I am very excited to finish this because once we use just this last color, we are completely done with the painting. So let's go ahead and finish this painting. Now, I'll let y'all enjoy the line work and some more music, but I just want to say this. This originally was supposed to be released on July 25th, but my schedule's been all over the place and I'm truly trying, but I wanted to give you guys a quality product even if it was shorter than my normal videos. So, needless to say, I still made it in July. Okay, enjoy the music. In my hands right here, you can see the bleed through from the Darth Maul video. Anyways, in my hands right here is the finished product of the Christmas in July. So it's time to get in the final. Alright, there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and hot sauce. And I've said thanks for watching. That's pretty bad as an outro. Okay, let's go ahead and end the video now.